Is buying a home in Grand Junction, Colorado during the winter going to wind up being a little less expensive for you? We get that question a lot actually. In this video, we're going to talk about why it might be advantageous to buy a home here in Grand Junction during the winter as things cool off, less people out and about. We're going to talk about it right after this, so stay tuned. What's going on, everyone? This is Robert Hayes, and along with my wife Christie, we are the Hayes Home Group right here in Grand Junction, Colorado. And if you just now stumbled upon this channel and you want to know everything about working, living, playing, eating, sleeping here in Grand Junction, make sure you hit that subscribe button, tap that bell, that way you're notified every time we post a new video. If you're returning back, thanks so much for watching all of our videos. We are helping a ton of people from all over the country move here, and we absolutely love it. So if that's you thinking about moving here, reach out, give us a phone call, text message, email, 24/7, day or night, doesn't matter. We've got your back when moving to Grand Junction. All right, so we're approaching the winter months. I think the official start date here is a couple of weeks. We're in the beginning of December and things are cooling off a little bit. We're approaching the winter season, but I think the misperception that a lot of people have about Colorado during the winter looks a little bit like this. Well, let me take the camera down for a second. I'll point it out the window and show you what a typical winter day looks like here in Grand Junction, Colorado. A little bit different. Obviously on the western side of the Rockies where Grand Junction is located, it's a little different from a winter perspective than it is in, say, a Denver or other parts of Colorado. Yes, we do get snowfall, but it's about 15 inches on average on an annual basis, again, versus the eastern slope of Colorado. In fact, Grand Junction was ranked as one of the best places to live in Colorado as far as the weather's concerned. All of that said, the question that we get a lot from people that are reaching out to us is now a good time during the winter to purchase a home in Grand Junction? Are we going to get a screaming deal? Is it going to be something that's going to, wind up being $30,000 less than the asking price? Well, there's a couple of things that you need to know when buying a home during the winter months. Is the home going to be less expensive now? I'm just going to give you some general broad brush, generalities here. If you're looking to buy a home now, it's definitely going to be less expensive than it will be in the springtime. I can certainly almost guarantee you that. But when it comes to buying a home in the winter, you have to consider this. If someone's putting their home on the market during the holiday season, Thanksgiving, Christmas, January, usually there's a reason why a seller is putting the home on the market during the winter versus waiting until May to see maybe if they throw a crazy number against the wall, it might stick during the springtime. So if they're listing now, there is a next destination of life that they're looking to get to. So usually there's a certain motivation there and there's a reason why the home is on the market. Now the flip side of that is just because the home is on the market during the winter doesn't mean you're going to necessarily pay less than what you would be on a normal situation or any other time of the year. The reason being inventory. The inventory is about half of what it was during this time last year in 2019. So just because a seller is putting the home on the market during the winter doesn't again necessarily mean you're going to be paying cheaper. Now again, going back to is it going to be cheaper now than it's going to be in the springtime? I think the odds are pretty good that it will be. But again, you have that motivation from the seller if it's on the market during the winter where you might actually have less competition, less people out and about, less people thinking about purchasing a home during the winter time. So you might be in a good position for that seller to actually accept the first offer that comes in because they need to move on to their next chapter in life. So one of the other reasons why it might not necessarily lend you an opportunity to get a cheaper price during the winter months is just the simple fact that Grand Junction has been on the radar now for quite some time as far as the best city to relocate to for business and career opportunities, best city to relocate to for millennials. The air quality is always at the top of the list from the American Lung Association. And of course, let's just not forget the absolute epic lifestyle here. And then you have the median home price of only $289,000 as of this video. So all those things combined, the opportunity, I believe, lies in the fact that the seller has motivation if they're putting their home on the market during the winter. And so because of that, you as the buyer have less competition. So instead of being up against 0 or 1 or 2 people versus the spring, you're putting a bid in for a home that has 10 or 12 offers. That's where the opportunity lies, and why I think, generally speaking, the winter months are a great time to buy here in Grand Junction. Okay, so let's talk about some tips if you're thinking about buying a home here in the winter in Grand Junction. The first thing is you gotta give us a call. Reach out, text, email, phone, it doesn't matter. And let us know, look, we saw your videos and we are ready to make that commitment to come out to Grand Junction, Colorado. If that's just looking around town, having us show you different neighborhoods and all that sort of thing, we'd be more than happy to do that for you. If you already know you are coming out, and instead of waiting until April or May or June during the crazy selling season, and you want to do something a little sooner, again, make that commitment, give us a call, we'll put it on the calendar, and be ready to pull the trigger when you find the property that's going to be perfect for you and your family. So the second thing that you need to do is get in touch with one of our lender partners locally here in Grand Junction, Colorado. Get those ducks lined up from a mortgage financing standpoint and have that pre-approval in hand so that when we go out looking at a property, we can provide that to the selling agent and let them know that you are serious and you're ready to go and you're pre-approved for that home mortgage. So the third thing that we're going to want to do is make sure that we get on the same page as far as what your goals are from a real estate standpoint and get you on a customized home search so that you know exactly what's out there and what's available based on square footage, bedroom and bath count, area of town, perhaps based on some of the videos that you've watched on this channel. We're out in the trenches every day, all day. So let's get on the same page, figure out your timeline, your exact dream home that you're looking for, and we can definitely nail it down for you. Okay, we hope you found those home buying winter tips here in Grand Junction, Colorado useful. And if you've made that commitment and you don't want to wait 6, 7, 8 months, where arguably you are certainly going to pay more in the springtime based on all the 2021 projections, make sure you reach out and give us a phone call, text, email, whatever you need to do. And if you're brand new to this channel and you want to continue to know everything about working, living, playing, eating, sleeping here in Grand Junction, make sure you hit that subscribe button, tap that bell, that way you're notified every time we post a new video. And until that next video, we'll catch you later.